If Bravo had started today and messed up, then Pep would be getting a lot of fire now. Yes, welcome to City Extra's post-match thoughts. I'm Jordan, below me is Lewis. We've just seen City beat Newcastle 2-0. What are your thoughts, Bray?
Nice, just to get the win, basically. It's not always about performances in these cup games, especially. I know you can always say, it's about the result in every single game, no matter what you play, but in the cup games especially, it's always just about the result. That's the main thing. But yeah, we've got quite a lot of stuff to talk about, because it's kind of a weird match the way it ended up playing out.
Just starting, Bravo started, which was a mad one, just to throw that in there. We'll touch on that on his player ratings more. Just think that's a good way to start it. Bravo, that's a strange one.
It was a shocker, wasn't it? It was a shocker.
I think it was more because this game means more than any Premier League game right now, because we can actually win something with this, where the Premier League, obviously Liverpool have already won that. So it's a strange one. It's a big call from Pep to just throw Bravo out there. A lot of people were saying, Bravo is our cup goalkeeper. Yeah, but also this is very, very, very important. If Bravo had started today and messed up, then Pep would be getting a lot of fire now. However, that's not how things played out.
Yeah, I think it was a weird one. Obviously, Pep's just being loyal to Bravo. Bravo's obviously the cup goalkeeper. And, maybe Pep just thought it was a bit disrespectful to have dropped him when, he's the cup goalkeeper. But for me, I personally think that we should be playing our best team in a game like this. There's 2 trophies left for us to compete for this season. This is basically one that we can actually win. Champions League, we can win it, but obviously it's a lot harder. Brave move by Pep, but, he's being loyal, so you can't criticise him too much on that one.
Yeah, I agree. I completely agree with that. Him sticking his guns with Bravo doesn't really make a difference, especially now that we know the end result in it.
Yeah.
Had something gone wrong, obviously, there'd be a lot of people having a bad time. So first thing on our list of agenda is Newcastle's game plan today. I thought Newcastle's game plan was very strange. Something that was mentioned during our live stream was that they just sat back. The whole first half, definitely, they just sat back in their half, 11 men behind the ball, and then they weren't going at us, they weren't countering us. It was like, where's your motive? Where's your game plan? Because there was no attacking football. There was nothing. It's almost like they was reluctant to change.
Yeah.
I am in the boat that playing open, expansive football against City is kind of shooting yourself in the foot. However, also just sitting there and just saying, come at us, you have to have an out.
Yeah.
They started Andy Carroll and maybe that was their out, but it just didn't work. And then for them not to change it at any point during the first half could have been the reason that we dominated so hard. The possession stats were insane. The passes. Do you remember the passes?
Yeah, I think at like 30 minutes in, Newcastle had like 15 passes, which is like one every 2 minutes. Quick maths. It was mad. It was like, it's crazy. I think their game plan was really, really weird. It was obviously just to sit back and just absorb the pressure, which, you do see teams do from time to time. Even top teams come and do it against City. But as you said, the team has to have an out ball, and they just had no out ball today. So basically, it was just a free-for-all in the sense that, we had Kevin De Bruyne, David Silva, we had Mahrez, Sterling, so much creativity on the pitch, and eventually we were actually going to create chances. And to be fair, we probably should have created more chances than we actually did.
Yeah.
Very strange. And once you start off like that, you guys know it must be difficult for the team to suddenly just change tactics halfway through a match, to go from ultra defensive to some sort of attacking play. And to be fair, whilst we just mentioned Bravo being in net, I don't even remember a save him having to make at all.
I don't think they had a shot on target. I think Newcastle's best chance came from an automated mistake. Then ball straight through into Dwight Gale. He's literally 4 or 5 yards out, and he just blasts it over the bar. So even then, Bravo didn't even have to make a save on that. It wasn't even on target. That could have changed the game for Newcastle. And they got that chance for the second half when they came out a bit more. They came out a bit more and came at us. Post-Corona, what I've seen from teams is when they play against us, kind of like Chelsea, when they play against us, it's working. It is working. Arsenal, for the first 20 minutes or so, were playing against us, and then they got a few injuries, and then they kind of sat back, and then that's when we just dominated. I think Pep said it before, and a lot of people will say it's more tiring to not have the ball than it is to have the ball, because you're working extra.
Yeah.
So them being sat back, people might be thinking, they're chilling sat back, but they're not, because the concentration levels have got to be through the roof to make sure that we don't get through.
Yeah, I agree. Weird tactics from Newcastle. I want to pick up on Benjamin Mendy here. Guy's obviously coming for a bit of stick recently, with his performance against Chelsea not being the best. People now starting to question, really, is this guy the long-term solution for us at left-back? And that's the key, guys. Whether you like him or not as a player, as a person, is he the long-term solution to our left-back situation? I backed him pre-match to start and to play, because I just think when you don't have a great game and the next match is against a side which isn't great, I always think that you should just put the player back in there and try and play them into some form. If he would have had a bad game today, we'd have serious issues, but he didn't. I actually thought he was really good today. Defensively, I thought he was okay. I don't remember any issues. And going forward, he put in some great crosses. Yeah. And this is a thing, even when he plays bad, or even when it appears that he plays bad, he still puts in great crosses, but no one's getting on the end of them. I remember 2 or 3 today where he put the ball across the 6-yard area and no one there.
We're wasting so many chances that Mendy's providing that ball into the box from. And I think it's only a matter of time before we get someone in the box that will convert from that, and then we'll kind of, maybe people will appreciate Ben Mendy's crosses when someone gets on the end of them.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree, because I said on the last video that you got to weigh up with Ben Mendy. Is his attacking ability, does it outweigh his defensive frailties? But no, the fact is he's still putting balls in the box, but no one's scoring them. No one's getting on the end of them. So if he's getting 1 or 2 assists a game, which today he probably should have got at least 1 assist with the crosses that he's putting in, you accept it. But he's sort of getting blamed at the moment because we're not putting the chances away when he's crossing the ball. It's a weird one, guys. Let us know what you think in the comment section below. Do you think that Mendy's getting a hard time? Do you think that do you think he is the long-term option for us at left-back? Let us know what you think, because it is a bit of a weird one. You wanted to mention Sterling, didn't you?
Yeah, Sterling today had a good game. He seemed to be all over the pitch as well, which is what I like. It's kind of like Riyad Mahrez. Riyad Mahrez was all over the pitch. More so for Sterling post-Corona again. His shooting ability seems to have raised massively. He seems to have finally got his shooting boots on, which is, everyone knows with Sterling that the guy has always had a problem with shooting. He has obviously scored some great goals for City. However, in front of goal, he's always been a bit iffy. However, since Corona, he's been pulling off some shots that isn't Sterling. It's almost like a guy in disguise is playing as Sterling.
Yeah, I agree. What do you guys think about this? Because we noticed it in the last match, didn't we? He did a shot and it was just like a total whipper, and it was like he's kicking the ball. It's almost like in Corona, Sterling's had some time with someone and they've just shown how to shoot, because some of the shots that he's pulling off right now, it's weird, man. It's like he's never, because normally what Sterling does, he's normally he tries to just side foot it, but he's getting the laces in, he's getting a bit of curve on it as well. He did one a few years ago back against Southampton, but it's very rare that you saw him kick a ball like now. Every game he's doing these whip shots, and he's got
weird. The confidence there as well to take them. It's like in his head, he's like, yeah, it's going in. He's almost found his feet in the shooting sense, which is scary when you think about it. If Sterling can add that to his game, that increases his value even more. The guy's already a hot prospect as it is, without all the shooting ability, but with that added to his game, the guy can be a demon.
Yeah, I agree. Sterling, man, he's got to be one of the most valuable players in world football right now. And if he's getting these shots in now, like he seems to be doing with these curling shots when he's cutting in from the left and he's trying to curl them into the top corner or the bottom corner, which he got one today, then his value's going to go up even more, and his importance to the team is going to be crazy. For me, I honestly think that Sterling should be looking for minimum 20 goals a season, absolute minimum, with the chances that he's getting. Yeah. And, if he starts getting some of these goals outside the box, then he should have no issues getting that 20 goals a season. You'll see the stat below me right now that he's I think that was his first goal in 2 years from outside the box. You'll see it going below me in the Stats City bar. But if he can start adding more of them goals, then 20 goals a season, he'll be valued at 150 million in the current market. You know what I mean? So
gotta be, hasn't it?
It's crazy, and you never know with Sterling. You never know is he loyal to City? You never know. He's not a City fan. He was apparently a United fan growing up. He's come from Liverpool. He's mentioned going to Spain on a number of occasions. So, if he can get that value up, we don't obviously want him to leave, but at least one day if he did leave, we're going to get some serious cash from him. which is always like, you don't want him to leave, obviously, but if he does, you want to get some good money on like Sane, you know what I mean? You can get peanuts for Sane. Hopefully he'll get some good cash for Sterling if he ever decided to leave, which obviously we don't want him to. So yeah, one thing before we wrap up, I want to go over the FA Cup draw, Arsenal.
Yeah.
What do you make of that?
I think that's favourable for us, really. We mentioned this again on stream. I feel like with Arteta against like Pep City, I feel like Arteta's Arsenal is a prototype of what City is. He's trying to make it what Pep City is now. So it's kind of like I feel like we'll always beat them to it, because it's almost like Padawan against the Jedi. It's the youngling versus the master. You know what I mean? That kind of situation.
Yeah.
It's like he's trying to achieve what we've already achieved. We already made it. We are that team that he's trying to be.
Yeah.
So I feel like we'll always get the better of them.
I agree. I just think because we play the same style of football, but we're just miles better, we'll always beat them. Whereas if we play someone like a Burnley or a United, someone who plays different style of football, it doesn't matter how good we are. We're playing a different style. So there's always that chance of loss. But if you play the same style of team and you're just miles better than them, you're always going to win. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
I just don't want United in the final, guys, because whilst if we beat them, it would be class. Imagine an L. Imagine the L there, guys. I mean, I couldn't take it. I don't know about you guys. I just want Chelsea in the final, providing obviously we get past Arsenal.
Yeah. I'll agree with that on the basis that I like Derby Day in the sense that I like winning on Derby Day. I hate Derby Day because I feel sick before it. It's a crazy time. I'm so nervous before a Derby Day match because I know there's a chance that we can lose the game. And to put that in an FA Cup final, it'll heighten that to a new level, which I don't think I'm ready for. I just don't think I'm ready for it.
No, I agree. Right, okay. Before we let you guys go, I think we've got match ratings, have we not?
Yeah.
So what have we got there? So if you run through the first team and I'll go through the subs just to finish it off.
Yeah, okay, so we give Bravo a 7. Didn't really have much to do. I can't even, like we said before, I can't even remember them even making a save. I don't think they had a shot on target. Didn't really threaten us. Obviously, we spoke about that. Walker, 7, decent game. Again, can't really fault Walker this season. He's had a really good time. Mendy, 6. I'm going with the 6. I think we're going with the 6 because he did make a massive error which could have changed the game completely. 100%. He made the error, ball straight to I think it was St. Maximin. Could have been someone else. It went straight. He crossed it in straight to Dwight Gale. 5 yards out, should have scored. Otamendi's at fault there. If that would have gone in, it would have changed the game completely. Yeah,
100% the reason why we need a new centre-back, guys. Yeah, if you subscribe and turn your notification bell on, we're going to release a video very shortly about a certain someone who we should be signing at centre-half.
Yes, these links. Laporte, 7, decent game. Went down a few times. Thought he could have been injured. However, he's pulled through. Looks okay. Decent. Mendy in 8, as we said before, we don't really need to mention it much again. He had a really good game. He's actually smashed it today, and his balls into the box for something else. We just need that striker to be poaching them in. Gundogan 8, yeah, Gundogan starting on his own. Had a good game, decent game. No Rodri there to counteract the whole idea that we spoke last week, the double pivot. Although Rodri did come on later on in the game, it didn't really have that effect that would have changed the game too much. De Bruyne 8, scored the first goal, penalty. Had a decent game. All round just good performance, wasn't it? Silva, another 8, yeah, decent performance. Was getting about the pitch. Popped up in a lot of places that he kind of does. You know, he's very smart. Silva, he gets in these places behind the half lines. You know what I mean, between the defence and the midfield. Always pops up in them areas, and he knows where to pick his places. Mahrez 8 as well, just like Silva and Sterling. That matter. Sterling got an 8 as well. Mahrez and Sterling were all over the pitch today. They kind of ran the attacking show. They were pinging off shots left, right and centre. I think they both had really good games today. And obviously Sterling got the goal, so he got an 8 as well. Jesus 7. I think he got a 7. Didn't score. Probably could have scored. Probably needed to get on the end of one of them Mendy crosses. Didn't really have an impact on today's game as much as I would have liked to see.
A lot of close opportunities where if he's a bit quicker or touches slightly better here or there, he gets a chance and he gets a goal. But yeah, in the right sort of space, one, but just didn't quite get the chance to finish. Subs, just run through these quickly. Got Cancelo 6, didn't really do much on the pitch. Rodri 6, thought he'd come on and just was tidy. Foden 7. Obviously not on the pitch for very long, but did manage to get an assist. And there's a stat below on the Stat City bar about his assist record. And Bernardo again 6 didn't really do too much when he came on. But yeah, please let us know what you guys think about the any of the points that we've raised today in today's video. Obviously we've mentioned Mendy, we mentioned the Newcastle game plan, Sterling, KDB, we mentioned the draw, and obviously the match ratings as well. I don't think we've been very controversial on any of these points. But if you think that we're bang out of order, or there's something that we're saying not right, please let us know in the comment section below. But yeah, thanks a lot for watching, guys.
Thanks, guys.
If you like the video, please hit that like button. Do appreciate it very much. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button with the notification bell turned on. Thanks a lot, guys. Ta-ra.
See you in a bit.